Hello everybody, I'm Carrie. Today we talk about running 1, 2, 3, follow us step by step. There's a famous runner in Taiwan, his name is Lin Yijie. He said, travel around the world by my foot. The more miles I run, the shorter distance I reach my dream. When he started to run, he didn't think more about running can bring what. He just ran. As time went by, he added his running miles, participated in many marathon competitions, and changed various routes from playground to Gobi Desert. In his running process, he found he can travel around the world to broaden his horizons and make like-minded friends, learn how to solve any difficult challenges in his running. The most important of all, he dreams his dream. So, if you want to run, if you want to run or you want to be next in Egypt, but you don't know how to start, just follow us. We will show you some notifications and steps before running, during running, and we also introduce why we should running and some tools to use. The first one is before running. You have to find your reason. The reason for Yijie to run is to let his dream come true. So what's your reason? Is to lose weight, to make friends, or just love it? This is important because when you want to give up, the reason, rather the motivation will support you to continue. Second is set up a goal and plan. Understand your reason. You must set up a goal and achieve it step by step. Remember to use study plan to help you. Third one is staying on track. Staying on track is the most important and hardest part to follow because humanity is lazy. We usually find some reasons to give up running. For example, it's raining day, so I can run, or I feel uncomfortable today, so I decide to rest. However, no matter what happens, just think about your goal. If you want to accomplish it earlier, you just run. Last is actions speak louder than words. What do you need to know and notice during running? Adam will show you.
Okay, thank you, Terry. Hi, I'm Adam. And we all believe action speaks louder than words. And after Terry's introduction, I believe you guys will have the desire to go outdoor and run. But it's raining outside, I know it.
Not today.
Yeah, maybe next time. And so one question before we get started. Have you guys ever been told running is bad for your knee?
Yeah.
If yes, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. I used to hate running before because I firmly believe running will destroy my knee. But there are so many restaurants held in Taiwan nowadays. And 80% of the computers are 80% of the computers are middle aged, and some of them even older than 60. So I'm wondering if running is really that bad, why there are so many people still crazy for it. And this really confused me, so I searched the internet for the answer. In fact, running will mess up your knee depending on the way you run. There are no studies shows that joint damage is related to the running. On the Dr. Rose Miller's report tells us the force exerted on your knee while running was as much as 3 times higher than while walking. And this will be offset by the runner's hand in the air and the length of their stride. And Dr. Miller also pointed out 2 things the runners have to be aware. First is your weight. While extra load pumping the pavement will cause mobility issues and throw your joint out of alignment. So the most important of all, please keep in shape or you will set yourself up for knee injury. Second, take proper step. Every step you take while running that load on your knee was 5 to 12 times your body weight. depending largely on the speed or the form you run. Imagine that 5 to 12 times exert on your knee. It's really terrible. But don't be afraid. When you're running, your foot on the ground is only 30% of the time. So your knee won't experience the force for a very long time. Sorry. When you calculate that load that you accumulate over a set distance, your knee experience while running was the same as it was while walking. So I would invite Sean to teach you guys the correct way to run.
Thank you, Alan. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sean, and this is not my slide. I want to talk about some correct way during running. But before we enter to the epiphany of my presentation, I want to show you some prerequisites. First, the elements of good running technique. And let's take a look at the point one. We should keep the posture upright and a slight forward lean. But what does that mean? Okay, let's take a look at the man in the picture. The man wearing yellow shirt stay his foot in front of his body and far from his body, and to land on the ground with his heel. But is it really the case? Obviously no. Because we should use our front part of your foot to step every stride. So that's why we should slightly forward lean. Because leaning forward can place the center of mass on our front part of our foot. That can avoid us landing on the heel and to facilitate the use of the spring mechanism of the foot. And the point two is the stride rate and type. Have you ever seen that board? That's the treadmill, right? And today we will focus on the number 2.6. That's the cadence. And what is the cadence? The cadence is the step per minute. So that's the stride rate. Different type of stride rate are necessary to different types of running. For example, when you are sprinting means run fast. And when you are sprinting, you may use a faster and shorter stride to sprint. And however, if you are a long distance runner, you may step every stride relaxedly. Okay, so we enter to the correct way, and I want to show you some of my personal experience. Shorten your stride, move forward, and stay relaxed. You don't have to be a baseball player with such a long stride length, and you don't have to be like a ballet dancer on the stage with such a meticulous and stealthy step to keep elegance, right? You just have to step every stride appropriately. That's shorten your stride. And what is move forward? I have mentioned on my former PPT slide that lean forward, that's the same meaning. But I want to show you how to avoid making this mistake. Just picture your body split down the middle, and that's the middle line. And every movement shouldn't cross the middle line, especially your arm movement like this. This is to move forward, not to, so a lot of side-to-side action. And the last, but the most important, not the least, stay relaxed. No fist clenching allowed. Many runners often chose to hold their hand as if they had a fragile egg in each hand. And above is my presentation about during running. And now I will give my relay baton to Tim, and Tim will show you something you have to know and intriguing after running. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Thank you for Sean's introduction about how to run correctly. And I'm going to tell you, I believe all of you, maybe not all of you, I believe some of you, you do exercise, no matter it's running or hiking or jogging, you want to lose weight, right? But you may find out that running sometimes may not help you lose weight, right? And I'm going to tell you that it's a common mistake. The first one is your workout is always the same. So your body is like an amazing machine. It's designed for efficiency. It means if you do the same thing over and over again, and your body will adapt to it. So your metabolism will learn how to use less calories to burn and maintain your training. So if your workout is always the same, like you run every day in 30 minutes or an hour, your body will use less calories during when you are exercising. And next is you go longer but not faster. That's because the intensity. The cardio and the other kind of sports is the difference is intensity, and intensity control everything. It's a huge theory, but I will use example to explain it to you. There's a research that shows that they divide people into two groups, and the first group only did 4 to 6 pack of 30 minutes sprint, and the other group did 30 minutes to an hour's running. And guess what? The first group burned more than twice calories than the other group. So that is the intensity work. So that is the intensity work. So if you want to lose weight, you need to level up your intensity. And the other is you focus too much on calories burned. And this is a huge misunderstanding. If you believe that the calories you burn result from in the gym or while you are running, this is a huge mistake. Because just being alive, like standing, eating, thinking, or sitting there and listening to my presentation, costs tremendous amounts of energy. So does that mean you don't need to go to gym or go to running? No, definitely not. Different kinds of exercise will result in different kinds of consequences. And running will cause calories burned, that's right. But lifting weights and sprints will cause much more muscles. And more muscle means you burn more calories while your daily activity. And the last one is you run too much. Yes, too much. It sounds strange, but listen to me. Exercise is a very important part of your healthy life, but it's still stress on your body. And too much stress means it will harm your body. It is about a chemical called hormone cortisol. And the hormone cortisol is a chemical control your ability to gain fat or lose weight. So if you have too much stress, it means your body contains lots of hormone cortisol. And I'm not telling you that all cortisol is bad, but too much cortisol will harm your body. It will break down your muscle issues and even build up fat. And that is not you want to see while you are running or exercising. And if you are suffering from stress, it is the same thing. It's the same thing because the cortisol is from the stress. So if you are suffering from too much stress, like you have too much homework to do or too much text to type, so I think you need to change your life and find out some way to figure out. Thank you.